Doing people, I'm Ty White. I have a YouTube channel about finance, making money, motivation, tips, stuff like that. Yeah, glad to be here, Will.
I've never seen anyone make 150 grand in about 30 seconds. If you want to go and make some money, pay me 2 grand, go up there now. And about 50 people, 60 people got up, and I thought, whoa, I'm not doing that.
The red pill people, the self-improvement thing is basically just a false sense of security. I wake up at this time, I get 8 hours of sleep. People think that's self-improvement.
Tell me about Iman Gadzi.
He blatantly lied to people, said that he's from a bad area and he's had a hard come up. The way people think is they don't look behind the eyes sometimes. I'm not going to say I hate him. It's about this 19-year-old kid called Jacob Challenor. More or less, I exposed him for, once I made the video, his girlfriend actually messaged me saying, "Hey Ty, do you mind if we can clear some things up on a call?"
Do you think you could be swayed into that if someone came along with a big contract with big money and said, "Do you want to do this?"
Things have changed for the worse in the UK.
Yeah.
There's no fix. You're better off running.
People just aren't clued up on politics anymore. The amount of people I know that vote for certain parties that just
They don't even know what they're voting for.
People look at me and think, why do you want to do all this? Why do you not just want to have fun? And I look at people and think, why do you not want to just become the absolute greatest, most achieved, most...
Yeah.
No.
What else can I start? What can I do for my day? How can I make use of my 24 hours right now?
Yeah.
But when I'm sitting in a room and we're talking money and we're discussing how much this adds up, I'm going, bang, 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 and he stole $1 million as well. But that's what he said. So we all know that Logan's such a credible guy. So you have to believe.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Will Miles podcast. Today we've got another guest on, brand new episode, the 4th episode of the podcast. We've got Ty White. Introduce yourself, my friend.
How you doing, people? I'm Ty White. I have a YouTube channel about finance, making money, motivation, tips, stuff like that. Yeah, glad to be here, Will.
Yeah, well, I came across your page. I came across I think it was one of your shorts on YouTube initially.
Yeah.
And your channel just really stood out to me. There's a lot of stuff on there. It's all mainly about money and stuff. But then, you talk about all these influencers and stuff and all these kind of people doing online courses and stuff. And you said in your video, didn't you? I'm not selling anything. My channel's free. I'm just doing that. So it really interested in me into, most people are trying to sell things. You've obviously done things in the past and you're trying to spread your knowledge on social media. But that comes into the first question, really. What started this social media kind of campaign that you're on now? Obviously you've done work in the past and stuff like that, but what made you want to start spreading your knowledge on YouTube and everywhere else?
Well, to be fair, I used to be that young hustler that wanted to make money, wanted to be rich. And I was looking up to all these influencers and thinking like, how do I be like them? And then he dropped courses and I bought a few courses and I was like, I can research and find this information online for free.
Yeah.
I was always told as a kid and that like you have all the information at your fingertips. You can use Google. You can essentially search it up for free.
Yeah.
Why would I pay for a course when I can do that? And I thought,
Yeah.
you know what, it will be good to spread what I find out through my journey of doing things and give it to other people for free.
Yeah.
But, as I said, it's free. You don't need to buy courses and stuff like that. It's all just bullshit, really. Sorry for my French.
No, don't worry, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it's all bullshit, essentially.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I do agree on that. The amount of stuff that comes out, the amount of people that kind of end up in these schemes and stuff, and they're paying 50 quid a month, and they're just getting, because I still think there's a alias essentially, and an illusion that you can just get rich off the internet and it's easy because it's not really been seen before. You don't get bricklayers, you don't get car traders, you don't get all these people selling courses about that because everyone knows that who paid 50 quid a month to learn that online. But there's this thing about the internet, it's kind of not seen as something ordinary, and people think, oh, I can just do it like that, and it's just not the case. But did you ever go into any schemes? Did you ever buy into anything like that, or were you always just on your path?
No, like as I said, I've not necessarily bought courses. I've gone into Discord servers, found courses, and I've looked at information. I thought, man, this stuff is free. Like you can just research all of this stuff, and it made me angry because these people were getting so rich. They would lie about their past, and they would say that they've had such a hard come up. For instance, Iman Gadzi. I made a video about him.
Yeah, we'll go into him in a minute.
He claimed to have such a hard come up, but he lived in Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like his
dad was going off. His stepdad was going off to Dubai.
His stepfather went off to Dubai to do his taxes and stuff, tax free.
Yeah.
And his mum was living in a multi-million-pound house. That's not a hard come up.
No.
That's completely opposite. And he was saying that was his front story. That's the same as Luke Belmore as well. He had a front
Yeah,
story saying that he came over with $100 in a suitcase, and everyone believed him to make out some big hustler. But they're all liars, bro. You
yeah,
know, they make their money by trying to sell you something. You're the product.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're the guy buying it. That's how we make them rich, essentially.
Yeah, I do think with these people, it is very true that I think if these people were obviously people go into social media and stuff for different reasons, they want to get famous, they want to have more influence. But I think if you were just like you're going on and just spreading your knowledge, you're not selling anything. I think going on social media and selling things and permanently promoting it, if you were that rich and making that much money, I don't think that there'd be desire there to you might go off and want to
Yeah.
create content and get famous, but to make these people, if they're making that much money, don't need to make 50 quid a month. I went and saw a guy called Samuel Leeds. Have you heard of him? That property developer.
Old guy.
No, youngish, about 30 odd.
Uh,
But he's in property, and I went to he does all this rent to rent stuff. He does like podcasts and
oh,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. The rent to rent. Yeah,
So
yeah.
he came. I'm based near Manchester. I'm from Bury, but he did a show in Manchester talking about doing rent to rent and pretty much that thing where you buy you get a lease for a house and then you rent out all the rooms and then you make however much money. And his thing was kind of, I've done this and I'm going to teach you how to do it. Just give me 2 grand and right, just give me two
Yeah.
grand and it'll work. And I sat there and I thought, right, so and honestly, there was about I think 60 odd people went and paid 2 grand. I've never seen anyone make 150 grand in about 30 seconds. They all went up this. He said, if you want to go and make some money, and pay me 2 grand, go up there now. And about 50 people, 60 people got up. And I thought, whoa, I'm not doing that. But I thought, if these people are now going to consistently get these rent to rents and make 2 grand, 3 grand a month, like he's promising them, and he's going to outsource and get them deals, wouldn't he just do it himself and make 300
Yeah.
grand? If he's got 300 people all making a grand, why wouldn't you do it yourself and
That's
make
the
300
question.
grand?
That's the questions that you got to ask yourself when it comes
Yeah,
to influencers and stuff. Like, what they could make so much more money doing it themselves. Why
yeah.
on earth would they need that extra bit of £50 a month?
No, they
You know,
don't.
that's what
And
I
if they're
mean.
doing it, that's why. But I think
However,
the amount of people that just get completely just wrapped up into these things to
oh
just
no,
blow the money just because some guy's come along and he's got a Lambo on lease and a
yeah,
half decent apartment in London. It's like people are just so
naive.
blinded by money and material things that they think
Yeah.
these people are totally trustworthy. But yeah, so like I said, I totally agree with you on them online courses and stuff like that.
However, though,
I also
one thing I would like to add on that is
go on.
I've actually had loads of people come to me, message me on Instagram, on my videos, and they say, "Oh, I really love your edit and stuff like that." There is certain things I believe that you can buy courses for. As I said,
Yeah,
I would never drop a course, but it depends how badly people wanted. Because
yeah,
the editing style that I do is very specific, and you
yeah,
basically learn it through someone else.
yeah,
It's not just a thing that you can sit down and just start.
yeah. You've got to experience
Very
it.
specific this editing style. But I've had people come to me and they've say like, "Can you teach me how to edit for a price?" I'm like, "Sorry, man, I don't sell things like that." But
Yeah,
if I ever was gonna do that, I wouldn't charge outrageous amount. It would never be a monthly thing. It'll be
yeah,
like a one-time fee, £25, because it takes out my time to put together a large course like that.
yeah,
Comes to specific little things like that, if it comes through a trusted guy, because I know there's some trusted editing people in
yeah,
the industry and they sell courses, there's certain things I would buy courses for now that I'm knowledge on courses, and there's certain
yeah,
things I would never buy. You know,
yeah.
when it comes to things like a high skill, then yeah, I would probably say buy the course. But if it's some things you can learn online,
Just learn, yeah.
yeah.
And I think as well, there's things that are just totally saturated, like copywriting and
Oh, hey,
drop shipping and all these things where you can like buy a bed off IKEA and then sell it to someone else and you make 5 grand. Like, oh,
no.
because everyone would do it. If it were that easy, everyone would do it, and that's why.
Everyone's done it. Everyone's done it.
Yeah,
It's the most thing that people think about. It's just them generic little ways to make money. But that's the
yeah,
thing. I've even put in some of my videos. Of course, I said things like copywriting, because there is different methods of copywriting to make money.
yeah,
It's just your generic get go on a landing page, write them a whole
yeah.
like, yeah, no, there's so many different ways inside of copywriting to make money,
To
because
make money, yeah,
you can even do script writing, which sort of covers copywriting.
yeah,
So many different things that people don't look into. They just look for just the generic tip of the iceberg. They don't
yeah,
look, they don't realize that, oh, okay, I can actually make money through copywriting, but doing a sub niche inside of it. You see what I'm
yeah, yeah. Not just copywriting as a
saying?
whole.
Yeah.
Another thing I've related to, and I think it was in the video where he talked about being lost in life or people not knowing where to go. He said these people, you get a note on the internet and they're saying, wake up at 6:30, have a shower, read for an hour a day. And again, I think it's just an illusion. I think they're just doing these things, and you said it in that video, and I've always said this, but you don't find many people that really say that on the internet. Most of them are like work hard, get up, you just. I don't think it makes a difference. I think gathering up and having the drive as a person to do these things makes a difference. But just doing them things doesn't guarantee anything.
The thing is, the red pill people, so the self-improvement thing is basically just a false sense of security.
Yeah,
So if you're telling yourself that, okay, I wake up at this time, I get 8 hours of sleep, people think that's self-improvement, right? And in that video, later in the video, there's a quote from a thing called oh, what's the movie called again? Fight Club.
yeah,
And it says self-improvement is masturbation, not self-destruction.
yeah,
That essentially means is, as I said, it's a false sense of security. So
yeah,
telling yourself inside of your self-improvement stage that I'm doing really good, but outside of that, you're a
yeah,
purposeless guy. You know,
yeah,
you don't live outside, you don't do anything. You just
yeah,
wake up, go gym, eat your food, read a book, journal, go gym. Same thing again, essentially.
yeah,
You're not staying up like you're not getting 3, 4 hours of sleep, working hard.
yeah,
But that's why I never really understood
yeah.
self-improvement. People just rely on it too much, you know?
Yeah, I think it's similar to working a normal job, working a 9 to 5. You get up and you do that and you know what you're doing, but you're not thinking kind of outside and doing them kind of things. And like I said again, I go off my gut instinct with these things. Getting up and having a cold shower and
Yeah.
doing. Why do I want a cold shower? Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. I want a hot shower. I don't
yeah.
care.
I don't
You
want to be
know,
wound up at 6 in the morning because I'm freezing in the car driving to the gym.
I think the reason why they say it is because it's about doing things you don't want to do.
Yeah,
But if you're a guy that has his head screwed on, why do you need to jump in a cold shower?
well, yeah. I don't want to roll around in mud. I'm also not going to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean.
so, what does your daily life look like then? Obviously, you're living quite a unique life, not kind of you're doing made a lot more money and doing a lot more things than people. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 18.
18.
Yeah.
I thought you were older than that. To be fair, I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean,
Bro,
you're young, buddy. 19.
I just lived a normal life, man. I mean, even on top of me doing my stuff, I do a little college thing 3 days a week.
Yeah,
You never know in life, my stuff could go downhill tomorrow.
yeah,
Obviously, touch wood, that don't happen, but it could happen.
yeah,
I do a little bricklaying thing 3 days a week.
yeah,
Simple. And then literally, bro, I just record, wake up, work, go
yeah,
sleep, hit
yeah,
gym. Just I don't really calculate my days, nothing like
yeah,
that. Just
yeah.
normal in my head, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I'm the same with that. I don't stick to any. If I wake up, I'm thinking, right, what do I do? How am I going to do this? Obviously, I make videos, I make music, I do all that kind of stuff. So I'm always on that, and then I work. I like working 7 days a week. Obviously, sometimes you can't find the work, but so I am the same as that. And I do think as well. I don't know what you think. If you can live a random lifestyle and still succeed, you're going to go a lot further than people who have to just because people who just do said thing, said thing, said thing. When it all goes wrong, their head's just going to go.
Yeah, yeah, that's what, bro. I wake up, I just attack the day as it goes. It's like, right, what do I have to do today? Okay, record, edit, do more recording. Okay, that's fine. But if
Yeah,
it's like if I plan things out and they don't go the way they do, I start
yeah,
getting nuts.
yeah,
I have to take things as they come throughout the day. I've
yeah,
never been a planned person. Hate doing that.
yeah,
I'm so impulsive all the time.
yeah,
I'm like, cool, let's do it. Let's do it now. Let's do this now. Business idea, let's write it down. Let's get out of the way. End
yeah.
of never planned it. Even the
Never
channel,
found out. Just
even the channel, we never planned this channel. Basically, why I say we is I go 50-50 with my friend. Basically, we do half and half the work.
yeah,
So we both run it together. It's not just me. He's a bit more behind the scenes. And the way we came up with this channel was it was a process that just slowly kept on building up. Like I said, it's I got sick of people seeing getting scammed and
yeah,
things like that for courses. So I just thought, yeah, you know what? Let's make a channel right now. And we did. And that was
yeah,
April 29th, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
And then ever since then, it was one video a week, and then literally 3 weeks ago, we started doing 2 videos
Yeah.
on 2 shorts every day.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It looks like it's going well. I hope it does go well. Tell me
Thank you.
about Iman Gadzi. You've obviously done a lot of research into him. Obviously, you mentioned him early on in the podcast. What is your overall opinion on him?
Full opinion. Well, I'm not gonna say I hate him because I don't know the guy. Like, uh, I just think, to be honest, he's a scammer, isn't he? Like, he gets his money off people. He blatantly lied to people, said that he's from a bad area and he's had a hard come up. Obviously,
Yeah.
he didn't, as we've factually found out, it's public.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't think nothing bad of the guy because I don't know him personally, but I don't think he's morally right,
No.
so to speak. He's not morally right.
Yeah. And similar with Luke Belmar, do you think? Do you think he's
Yeah,
just
100%, 100%. Yeah, Luke Belmar, he's not exactly he got exposed multiple times for what he does. He
yeah.
scams, bro. There's so many things. I mean, I can't tell you off the top of my head. It's a bit on the spot, but
Yeah.
literally on the videos, like you will see, bro, what they both do. Like,
Yeah.
you just lie, scam people out of their hard-earned money, simply.
Yeah. Well, why do you think people get sucked into it? Do you think they just don't do the research, or they just see the success and can't? Why are people
It's
buying
because
into
they
it?
see the success. So the way people think is they don't look behind the eye sometimes, right? Because you know
Yeah.
how the saying goes, there's more than what meets to the eye.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They don't look behind the eye. They don't once they see someone in a Lambo and they see someone in a good house, they're always thinking, I want to be like this guy. And then they start getting a social media attachment to them.
Yeah.
They start thinking like, that's my friend. That's my friend. He
Yeah.
helps me out. No, they're just there
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
They're helping you. They're there
Yeah.
to get your money and leave you. It's like that one video I made, Jacob Challenor, that same guy.
Yeah.
Funny story. I can add something. So I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it was about this night. It's about this 19-year-old kid called Jacob Challenor. More or
Yeah.
less, I exposed him for renting cars that he
Yeah.
claimed to have bought on his TikTok. I went through his whole TikTok page, managed to find it. He said he bought some green Lamborghini, some Performance Evo, and
Yeah.
search up the number plate on Dubai number plates, and it come back as a rental. I did
Yeah.
that with numerous of his cars, came back a rental.
Yeah.
Once I made the video, his girlfriend actually messaged me saying, "Hey Ty, do you mind if we can clear some things up on a call?" I said no.
Yeah.
I basically sent a free voice message just saying you're a bitch and your boyfriend's a bitch.
Yeah.
Not a mean person, but like bro, it had to be done, innit?
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's but again, what gets me with them is clearly, I know obviously they're renting cars and they're doing this, but there's some money coming from somewhere for these people. It's like that Jack Doherty. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Even they're saying, what does he own? What does he not own? What kinds of going on? But there's clearly money coming from somewhere. I couldn't go out and live in Dubai for 3 weeks and rent 10 Lamborghini. Like there's clearly people say, oh,
But
your
no,
car's
that
on me,
well,
your car's rented.
the
There's stuff
Jacob
doing it.
Challenor in specific, well, he has a course. And funnily enough, the reason how I even got knowledge on him in the first place is because obviously I used to do video editing. I don't do it
Yeah,
anymore. I used to edit for one of the biggest Snapchat shows
yeah,
about news and stuff. And
yeah,
the guy who owned the show was Jacob Challenor's friend,
yeah,
which was the one who I was working for at the time.
yeah,
He ended up telling me one time, like, oh yeah, I built his course for him for 3 or 4K, whatever it was.
yeah.
That Jacob guy paid him to build the course.
To build that.
He didn't even make the course.
Yeah,
Just had it built for him. And then he started and the reason why he got so big to where he is because he's really, really good with TikTok.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
they're smart, aren't they? And you do realise that there's a lot of middlemen. There's a lot of people just kind of in between. Like he's not made that course, and he's also not really living the life that he's living. But he's kind of in the middle of it with all these cars and all this stuff going on. And you just think, kind of. But do you think you could be swayed into that if someone came along with a big contract with big money and said, "Do you want to do this?" Do you think you'd ever go, "Yeah, I'll do it," or not?
no way, bro. No way. YouTube can make enough money for me, bro. I don't care about scamming people out of their money.
Yeah.
Because, bro, like I'm
Yeah,
I'm
not particularly
I'm from a
scamming, but I
working
feel
class
like
family.
if someone came along and said you can portray yourself as this lifestyle and just make money off TikTok or make money off YouTube, not particularly taking much, but just renting cars and doing this and living a lavish lifestyle that's not really yours, but it's all going on YouTube and making you money. Would you want to do that? Do you think if someone came along with 50 million quid and said, "There you are"?
50
Well,
million's tempting, but 50 million's a lot though. Nah, I couldn't, man. I'm not. I just,
Uh,
you know what it is.
that is what happens. But
I'm too real to myself, bro.
yeah,
You
but it's
know.
like you again on one of your videos I saw you mentioned Adin Ross, and he got that kick contract, didn't he? And
Yeah.
he's just moving mental and doing all these crazy things, and it's like you can see that these people just go down that, and he's. I don't know if he just can't handle his money whatsoever, and he don't know what to do with it, and he's too young, or he is just
Guy's
playing that
rich.
character.
The guy is rich, bro.
Yeah,
Like he even though he got 150 million from Kick, the guy's got way more than
yeah.
150. The guy
But that's what I mean. So some
probably
people,
has like he's probably got 500 million.
yeah, it's scary, isn't it? Because he's what does he do? Just messes around on the internet, just
Yeah,
doing
literally.
schemes, doing
It's
stupid.
crazy how you can make that much money for being a
Yeah,
dick, you
and
know?
that's why I think the common man hasn't got any faith anymore because you see that there's some 20-odd-year-old kid doing that, and you're doing a bricklaying apprenticeship, and you're just thinking, what you know. I know what I'd be thinking. I know what I look at these people and that's why I'm going down the social media route and going down all these things I want to do, starting a podcast, doing all this, doing all that.
The difference is between what I do and what you do and what they do is our thing will take a lot longer to do because we're not acting like idiots for the
Yeah,
internet. You know what
yeah,
they do, like, bro, you look at I Show Speed and you look at Adin Ross, they're soulless, bro. They
yeah.
sit there as men and they shake their ass on the internet, bro.
I know.
Soulless people, man.
Yeah,
They've sold their soul simply because they do that as entertainment.
yeah,
Now Adin Ross has got 150 mil kick deal. I Show Speed, the guy's gone clear. Anyway,
yeah.
like he slipped up. You know about that video where
Which one was it?
the one where his thing came out.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That
yeah,
one, that's what I mean, bro. It's everything like these people do, and they make crazy money for it. They're clowns. They're
yeah.
clowns. Clowns entertain. That's what they are.
No, definitely. And like I said, I mean, have you talking about normal jobs and that kind of thing? Do you want to go into anything kind of obviously doing the social media thing and stuff like that? I'm a big believer in property market, buying something, doing it up, selling it, doing something because they're not buying any more land. And sorry, they're not building any more land. And if you can get yourself on the property ladder, starting off, and like you said, is it what you do? What is the apprenticeship you're doing?
Oh no, I'm not doing an apprenticeship. I'm just doing like a little college, like
Oh,
2 days
college.
a week. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally proper short. Just like keeps me busy as well. Because
yeah,
last year I wasn't in college and I was straight. No, year before that, sorry. So the first year I ever went college. That's when it was like literally just turned 16. So I would technically be on my third year right now if I went
yeah,
to college every year. But the first year I dropped out. Literally, I did a business. I did a business qualification, and I realized how bullshit it was. I was there for
yeah,
2 months. I dropped out, and then I started making more than my teachers doing editing. But I was locked away in my room, so I was making around like 4 or 5 grand a month from doing video editing for like high finance clients and other big people inside the
yeah,
industry. But I was just tied down to a desk all day, and
yeah,
I hated it so much.
yeah,
And then I stopped making a bit of money because I chose to do my own things. I tried different little things. I used the money I made, tried to put it into like different snap shows and stuff like that. Tried to do other faceless YouTube things, and it's yeah, man. I couldn't deal with all that work
yeah.
24/7 stuff. That
Oh,
wasn't for myself anyway.
yeah. What did people around you kind of say when you wanted to go away from school and college and go into your what did your family think of it?
Uh, well, my mum was kind of supportive of it, but she didn't. She like, bro, different generation.
Yeah,
She was
just
like,
didn't get it.
oh no, no, because what happens if this and that? I'm just saying, mum, chill.
Yeah,
It's cool. I'll be all right.
yeah,
My daddy was just like, yeah, go on, son, if you want to
yeah,
do. Then friends, yeah, they were somewhat supportive, I suppose. I mean, you never really truly know people's intentions and what they mean
yeah,
with it, but I suppose they was cool. Everyone was pretty cool with it, yeah.
yeah. Where do you want it to lead then? What's your long term goal? Do you have a long term goal? Do you think I want to do this and that and that? By the time you're
I
30, where
mean,
do you want it?
okay. By the time I'm 30, what do I want to do? Bro, I do not plan that far to the
Yeah,
future. Bro, I don't know. Like, I could say I want to have this, that, this goal, this goal. I mean, at the end of the day, as I said, I'm taking it how it comes, bro. I have a somewhat plan, But like, I don't want to be that guy that just says a generic, I want to have 500 million and hit it and I'll live
Yeah,
like that. I don't want to be that boring guy, but that's pretty much it.
yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
much
I think as well. These people who were maybe in 2013, 14, 15, these people like these YouTubers coming through and all
yeah.
that, they were kind of unique in the sense that they went off and did this and said, I want to do it. Now it's the ordinary to do this. It's the ordinary to do social media and
Yeah.
someone who watched YouTube and did all this stuff my entire life and I wanted to be like a social media type person. My desire to be this to be like they call themselves influencers, don't they? So I've got no desire to be that kind of just they're just desperate for attention. They're just a copy and paste of each other. Do you see them people and kind of just want to disassociate yourself from that kind of the new age social media kind of thing?
Uh, nah, not really.
Yeah. Because
Nah.
I look now and I just think I loved what social media was back in
Yeah.
2017, 2016, that kind of thing. And I look at it now and I just want to sometimes I just want to disappear. And that's why I don't do all like TikTok videos and talking about other people. Obviously I do my podcast, I do my music, I do stuff like that. And even, stuff I look at what's it called? I was leading on to my next question then, but I forgot what it was. I just look at these influencers and stuff and
Yeah.
just think it's becoming fake, it's becoming false. Is there a point where you want to lay back off the social media and just go and live a quiet life?
Bro, I never wanted to be on social media in the first
No.
place. Never, man. To be fair, like I'm a quite a private person in a sense.
Yeah,
Like I fly under the radar always. Like I don't
yeah,
really, never really my intention to be like a on face YouTuber. Never. I
yeah,
just wanted to just do my faceless stuff, just make my money in silence and just have no one knowing your business because
yeah,
what I've learned through business and people and relationships and stuff, the less people know, the better.
yeah,
You tell people way too much about yourself and then issues start arising. But the moment where you keep things just like you tell people what they need to know,
yeah,
you can get away with your life in silence. It's better to be that way in general.
yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I've learned personally anyway. It might be different for other people. They might not agree with me, but that's how, I've found
yeah.
peace in my life.
Yeah, definitely. And you see all these people like that. Ryan Garcia, for example. I don't know if you're into boxing.
Oh yeah.
His,
He
he's.
when he was moving crazy.
I don't know what's happened to him, but I think it's the fame. I think it's the zero privacy. You see, just it happened with Justin Bieber. It happened with all these
Yeah.
people where they hit that and you can't escape. And so they just.
Like bro, like Justin Bieber back in the day, man. Like he used to go out. No, even Kanye. Let's use Kanye for example. When Kanye used to come outside his house at 6 in the morning,
Yeah,
would be the press there waiting for him, and he'd
yeah,
be with kids, and he's like, "Fuck off! I'm with my kids."
yeah,
Like, I get it. I,
yeah,
I, I do. Like, like if I was, because people view him as a social media star, not a human being. If you look
yeah,
at him on a human being basis, like if somebody was to come outside your house with a foot, like with big cameras, start photographing you as soon as you come out your house,
yeah,
you not just start going, fuck off.
yeah,
I mean, would you not clump on one?
yeah.
That's what I'm
But
trying to say.
I know, but it's funny, isn't it? Because once they've done that, then it's all over
I
tears,
know
everything.
it's a cycle. You can't do it.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
cycle that you can't get out of. You're trapped. That's why a lot of people that get into social media, you see them start moving weird or they disappear.
yeah,
Bro, that would turn me nuts. If
yeah,
I walked outside my house every morning, somebody was trying to take a picture of me and I couldn't hit them because I would end
yeah,
up in the newspaper. I would go
yeah,
insane, bro.
yeah.
I would go
So
nuts.
if your influence and stuff went up and up and up, and then you kind of got into the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, and you were really starting to become a big, big, big star, would you back off and would you try and hide away?
Nah, you probably just have to face things as they come.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends the situation. I mean, how big are we talking?
That level of like, obviously they're musicians and boxers and rappers and stuff like that. But if you became, one of these like Luke Belmar, like Iman Gadzi, that obviously not
Yeah.
scam people, but became a kind of figurehead for money and stuff like that, and it just went mental. Would you do you think
I
you'd
wouldn't
enjoy it
shy
or?
away. I would not shy away from that because that community is filled with good people.
Yeah,
It's the best people in my opinion. It's
yeah,
people that want to work hard, they want to make money, and they want to live a good life. It's what
yeah,
I align with. So naturally, the people that I would meet or the people that will come up to me, would be what I align with anyway. So it would
Yeah,
be very easy to not get frustrated by a person, you know, because if they're coming up to me and they wanted to take a photo, and they wanted to talk to me about something, and they wanted to ask me a question, I'll be like, yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Be talking to them 5, 10 minutes. I don't mind, you know.
yeah,
If it's like the crazy people,
yeah.
I'm probably going to jail, bro. You know
Well,
what
that's why I think as well. It's important to just stay completely legitimate to what you've always done, and not,
Yeah,
like you said, these people who kind of start being different and start being false and fake. Then they get to the point where everyone's around them, they don't really truly get on with anyone, and no one really gets who they are. And I think a lot of people, a lot of people that have fallen down that, Adin Ross, like you said, I think as well, two people really interesting that really have always interested me because it's been around for so long, are the Paul brothers. And you look at Logan and stuff. I've kind of, like, I saw your video about the CryptoZoo
yeah.
scandal and love scam or whatever it was. I've invested a bit of money into crypto, but I've kind of just been advised. I don't really fully understand it. Obviously, you've got a better understanding of that than I do. What happened with that crypto zoo? Do you think he tried to scam everyone, or do you think it just went wrong and it just imploded and he tried? Because he backed down a bit, didn't he? Well, after everyone
Yeah.
sided with that other guy that had kind of took him
Coffee's.
apart, he started backing down and apologising and wasn't going into a lawsuit anymore. What do you think really happened there?
To be fair, that's the thing. You never really truly know. I mean, I don't know if he intentionally scammed people. I know that there was a lot of problems with his team, the ones
Yeah,
that developed it, and I don't know if this is factual, but I know I think it's what he said, but I don't know whether it's a fact. If you know what I'm saying, I think he said that somebody ran off with the key. What's the key called? You know, like when games first launch, you need like a certain key.
yeah.
You have to get basically one of the devs ran off with that and he stole 1 million as well. But that's what he said. So
That, yeah, I was going to
we
say, you
all
don't know, do you?
we all know that Logan's such a credible guy. So you
Yeah,
have to believe him.
yeah, yeah.
But that's what he said. So
And no one got the money back. No one kind of, and
no,
it has been swept under the rug. I think,
it has, yeah.
but
But
just because
that's what I
obviously
mean.
he's
It's
got,
just another influencer taking money off their fans.
yeah, but he's got into the WWE, and I think Logan he's clever compared, to he's gone from the Vine kind of thing to the YouTube to the modern day kind of crypto and all that kind of stuff. Now he's in WWE. He's fought Mayweather. He's done all this thing. He's not stupid. And so it's how do you take that? Do you take it as he's very very intelligent, so he wouldn't scam anyone, or he's very intelligent and that's he knows how to get away with things. But then again, then that's what kind of sways me into thinking that it wasn't a complete scam from the start. Because if he wanted to rip people off, I'm sure he could. I'm sure he's got the intelligence and the people around him to sort that out. What do you
I mean,
think?
this is the thing though. Logan's not a very good guy in itself. I mean, you look at it from a perspective like this. I mean, I made a video today, literally today. It's coming out Friday. I recorded one today about the importance of keeping it real,
Yeah,
and that includes keeping it real with yourself as well. You look at Logan, right? Who does Jake Paul hate the most on social media?
KSI.
Who has Logan gone into business with?
Mm.
KSI. That's his own blood. That's his brother.
Yeah,
That's
I
his brother.
know.
He's sided with who his brother does not like.
Yeah,
If my brother if I had beef with someone and my brother started being friends with him, I would have to slap my brother around the face and say, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
Vice versa, I would expect him to do that to me,
yeah,
but that would never happen. Never. So the fact that he's even done that just shows what kind of a guy he is. Like
yeah,
his brother's rival, and he's gone into business with him.
yeah.
You know, like when you start dissecting things like that, do you think that he could have scammed people intentionally?
I do.
The
But then
chance.
again, I question it the other way. I think, is it really? Because they had all that thing where they fell out with each other back in 2017, and they were all, doing all diss tracks and whatever, and all that kind of stuff. Again, was that real? Was it not? Are KSI and Jake, did he really hate each other? They're all making a lot of money out of this. I don't know if I do think behind the scenes. I think the same with like legitimate boxers, with politicians, with all these people. They sit down and have a drink after they have debates or after they have a fight. Do you think there is all a bit of a psyop, or do you think there is
Do you know
genuine?
what? It's a possibility. It's a high possibility. I mean, people do that thing, do that stuff for the views, the money, because there, as you
Yeah,
said, there's money behind it. That's the thing. You never really truly know. It could
yeah.
be. It might be genuine hate. I'm not too sure.
One thing I do think is legitimate hate is Logan Paul and Dillon Danis. I don't know if you watched that fight.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
that was genuine hate because Dylan Dennis was dissing Logan's wife, and as a
yeah,
man, you take that personally. You know, if you don't defend your wife and your own honor, then you're not. Then it just shows that you're not a man. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
Well,
that
I never
that
think he
I
was big for
believe was
that
genuine.
fight, and obviously it played out the way it played out. I think Dylan just didn't want to get knocked out.
Yeah. So he
I
just
do like Dylan, me. To be fair, I do. I don't know why. I've always enjoyed
yeah.
this kind of thing. I do wish he'd done a bit more in the fight.
No,
But
he's
it
funny.
was
He's
hard
funny.
because I like them both. I like Dylan
Yeah.
and I like Logan. I do like Logan. I don't know. Some of his moves have been a bit questionable, but that old school Logan Paul from 2017 when I was a kid, I used to watch him all the time. But again, he does like suing people, Logan, doesn't he? Because if you look on, he's still suing him now for all of this.
Oh,
Do you
bro,
think?
bro, that's what I mean. I've never liked Logan though, bro. He's not a genuine guy.
Yeah.
I don't like I don't like fake people simply.
No.
You know, like as I said, the situation with his brother and KSI it
Yeah.
makes you look makes you look at someone a bit differently.
Yeah.
Like
And
how
that
could
court case as well, I don't think there was. I don't. There's no money in that. There's no money in suing Dylan Dennis. If he was suing Tesla or suing BMW or something where there was a lot of. But there's what's Dylan Dennis got? He's not got any real money about him. I don't think. I think that's purely just an
it's
ego.
more just he's more just doing it to just fuck him
Just
over.
yeah, just to destroy him. Yeah,
Yeah. He'll
and he
make it
said that,
right.
didn't he? And I don't know whether you don't know what you're doing in people's shoes. A lot of people came out and said, "Look, it's a fight. Just get on with it and move on. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
it is.
true
The
though.
fight.
I
That's what
agree. I agree, man. Like it's a fight. Think of how much money Logan probably made off Dylan Dennis doing all of that.
Oh yeah,
Tons of money.
yeah,
The promo that came from that fight, the main card should not have
yeah.
been KSI.
No,
That
should have
that
been.
no, that was Dylan Dennis and
Yeah,
Logan. That's what he made the money. Dylan made all the money for that fight.
yeah. And I think Dylan messed up with that because I think he could have gone into if he'd have fought and even made it a proper fight and been knocked out. You know he's going to fight. You know he's going to go for it, and his promotion technique is brilliant. But he built up to it. It didn't work out. He then went on Piers Morgan uncensored, and then that was it. No one's really heard anything of him.
That's
And
the
I
thing.
think,
You got to think how much money this guy made though, because
yeah,
all he ever wanted, like, he doesn't care about influencer boxing. He
no,
don't. Yeah, he was there to get his money.
yeah,
He probably made about 10 million off that fight.
yeah.
Easily,
Yeah.
probably made about
And
10
he's
million.
got his kid, and you know, he's got a life to live, and I don't think he's that bothered. I don't think anything will come out of that court case, to be honest.
That's what I mean. That's definitely the most money he's ever made in his fight. He was never a real good fighter anyway.
No, he
You
was
know,
just it kind of he worked out in jiu-jitsu, then it ended up with Conor McGregor, and then he just made a
yeah.
name for himself. And in
So,
fairness to him, he has, like you said, made a ton of money off that fight, and that lawsuit's probably he might damage him a
bro,
bit, but I don't think.
retired, end of career, and he gets a 10 mil. Well, he doesn't know how much it is, but he came out with 10 mil.
Yeah,
You know, I would be laughing.
yeah,
That was
no,
my last ever social media appearance, and I walked away with 10 million pounds. I would never
yeah,
show my face again
yeah.
if I was in his
So,
shoes.
just changing tune a little bit now off the kind of money thing. What do you think of the state of the UK at the moment? Obviously, it's.
Are we talking politically? Or are we
I
talking like?
don't know. I don't know if you want to
We're
go
just talking
political, we can
like
get
the
political.
societal problems.
Just the UK as a whole. Obviously, everyone's talking about now. It's clearly that there's a lot of unrest and a lot of divide. What is your overall scope on the UK at the moment? What would you see as what do you think it's going wrong at, and what do you think the solution is to problems that you see? Not even maybe you disagree with me.
Put it this way, man. 3 years, and I'm gone.
Yeah,
Don't like this country. It is terrible. You know, oh, bro, I can't even get into things too politically because I'm just gonna go down a bad rabbit hole for myself here. So I've got to watch what I say now. But the UK is an absolute shamble, bro. Like
yeah,
even the people, the young generation, people my age, yeah, you look at them 40, 50 years ago. Everyone was outside, everyone was living a nice life, everyone was
yeah,
friendly. You know, my parents used to tell me stories, and my nan and granddad used to tell me stories. They could leave their front door open, neighbors would
yeah,
say hello, need some milk, need some sugar. Now you leave your door open, somebody's coming through with a 15-inch machete and they're trying to rob you.
yeah,
What, bro? people just it's things have changed for the worse in the
Yeah,
UK. In my opinion, there's no fix. You're better off running. You can't fix this problem now. What's
yeah,
done is done. You know, you get these stupid MPs in Parliament that think sending 300 million to this country, sending money there is going to solve the issue when you need
yeah,
to solve the issues in your own country first. Look at homelessness. Homelessness is through the roof. With
yeah,
all the money that the MPs have and Parliament, instead of sending it out there, why not buy big warehouses where you can fit homeless people, like
yeah,
500 at a time? You
yeah,
could you could you could cure England's hunger and homelessness probably overnight.
yeah.
That's how easy it could be if they do it overnight. But no, they choose to send money to different countries, put it into the wrong things. It's so dumb. Like there's no fix in this country. It's
No.
fucked. It's fucked.
Well, I think you mentioned young people. Obviously, I'm 19, you're 18, so like I'm kind of talking about this from kind of within young
Mhm.
people and the younger generation. But I look at it and kind of think people get to 18, 19, and whoever you vote for, it doesn't matter. You know, that's your prerogative. But people just aren't clued up on politics anymore. The amount of people I know that voted for certain parties that just
They
see
don't
one
even know
thing,
what they're
vote,
voting for.
that's it. Like I'm,
Yeah.
I researched. I'm quite into politics for someone who's 19-year-old. I don't know if you're really into it that much, but I do. I do research a lot of politics. I do have my opinions and stuff, and you vote accordingly. But I think letting people now vote. I mean, this is something that I'd introduce personally. But I almost think if you didn't let people vote until 25, 26, that'd solve a lot of the problems because the amount of votes are just people just they're 18. One friend who's got a loud mouth votes for one party and they all vote for that. That I think that is a problem to be honest like that. But
No,
you
I agree, man. I definitely agree because I didn't vote because simply the fact is there's two reasons. I don't know politics well enough, so I'm
yeah,
not going to vote for something I don't know. But I wouldn't have voted anyway because my vote wouldn't have mattered.
yeah,
You know, of course,
collectively, yeah,
collectively, your vote matters. But if we're talking me as a person, if I vote for someone that I know is not going to win, what's the point
yeah,
of voting?
yeah,
They're too small. My vote doesn't matter in that sense.
yeah,
People's opinions are never really going to rely on. Of course, the UK is a democracy, so everybody gets that choice to vote.
yeah,
But simply, people get things wrong, especially in politics. You know,
yeah,
they might think that voting for that party is right, when in reality, it's not.
yeah,
If you have two brain cells, you can identify that's not the right one to choose.
yeah,
So that's why I don't personally get involved in politics too much, is because
yeah,
it doesn't matter to my life too tough. I can't do nothing about it. What's done is done.
yeah.
I'm just better off focusing what I can change, not what's in the Parliament's jurisdiction.
Yeah. So you talked about running away from the UK and just getting out of here. Where would you move to?
Probably Thailand, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'll
interesting.
probably go there. I'll probably go there for like a year and then find somewhere else to go. Probably
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah. Well, I've thought about this. I've thought about obviously I won't go to Dubai because I think Dubai is just full of people who just got to Dubai. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like that kind of everyone's just. It's like what LA was back in
yeah. It's
back in the 20s.
Dubai is just the hotspot now.
Yeah, it's just everyone goes,
Yeah.
and I'm not interested in going there laughing at people's jokes, looking at the same video on TikTok, and everyone has the same, dresses the same, and looks the
Yeah.
same. I'm just not interested. Thailand is interesting, to be honest. I've travelled around
I've
Europe.
seen, I've seen you've gone Slovakia, Romania,
Yeah, I went to Ukraine as
Sweden,
well.
yeah, Ukraine, yeah, Lviv, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, Lviv. Yeah, yeah, which was interesting because it actually got missiled 3 weeks after I left.
Wow.
So, I tell you what, you would not know it was at war if you obviously there was military propaganda and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But walking around Ukraine, and I said this in the video. Number one, you wouldn't think it was at war. Number two, it isn't. It didn't feel like I was in Europe. It felt like I was in the East. I felt like I was in more like I was in Armenia or Georgia or
Really?
Azerbaijan or somewhere like that. Or
Yeah.
everywhere I got there, and all of the signs are obviously it's not it's like a slightly different language. It's a slightly different alphabet, Ukrainian. It's kind of all them different letters and stuff. So I literally couldn't. in Spanish or in Polish or whatever, you can kind of gauge what signs say and kind of work your way around. I didn't have a clue. There was no reception on my phone. I couldn't get access to the internet. So I thought, I've just got to find a McDonald's here. I've got to get to a McDonald's, get on the Wi-Fi, and then get some kind of internet and
Yeah.
see where I'm going. But it was, I said it in my video, I don't know if you looked at any of them. It was surreal to be there. It really was.
Wow.
But do you want to do any traveling kind of stuff? Is there anywhere you particularly want to go before you kind of proper get on the business and maybe settle down?
Uh, I mean, bro, I have no clue. All I know is though, is like I'm trying to stay in the UK for 2, 3 years. I'm trying to just get everything set up. Like people always have this saying of oh yeah, party when you're young, work hard when you're older. That's backwards.
Yeah,
I tend to work hard now, don't
yeah,
go, and then live my life when I'm older.
yeah,
But once I get everything set up and I can calculate in my head roughly, it's going to be around 2 years, 3 years max.
yeah,
Once I do that, I'm planning to just go Thailand for probably about a year. Train kickboxing again and do some
yeah,
Muay Thai because I miss it. So I just
yeah.
want to go there, train
I
every
used to do a
day.
bit of that, and I miss it too. There.
Oh man, I love it. I just want to go and train for a year and then just yeah, travel, I guess. Places in Europe, just find the location to live because
Yeah,
this I don't want to live here anymore. It's
no,
horrible, this country.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's in fairness. I've done a lot of Europe. My favorite part of the world I've been to is Eastern Europe, but I've only been to Europe. So Thailand will be interesting. But again, I relate to what you said about people, just saying have fun while you're young and then just, go off and then once you flip the script and start working hard as a young age and trying to do all these things, like even from my experience, I do a million different things. People, I can see them looking at me thinking, what are you doing here? And I'm thinking, well, I'm no more lost than you are just going out every week. But because you've got a stable job and going to college and then you're still going out on the weekend blowing all your money. I think people
Yeah.
get because everyone does that and everyone has these jobs and everyone goes out. They think it's that herd mentality where they just think, oh, I'll be all right. And if you do something different, you're the worst person in the world. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like people look at you and think, whoa, like I don't want to do anything?
Bro, when I've sat there, I've told people my day-to-day life, they're thinking, your life's so boring. How
Yeah,
do you live like that? Bro, I don't go on holidays. I don't really
yeah,
go out. I go out, I believe everything's like okay in moderation, just like if you're going gym all the time and you eat a pizza every now and then, it's not gonna hurt. Same
yeah,
way if you want to go out to the pub and you want to drink 10, 15 Guinnesses like I do, and then you go back and crack on the next day. That's
yeah,
fine. That's fine to
yeah,
do. As long as you're not going out every single weekend, just spunking all your money on
yeah,
drinks and women and just all of that stuff. As long as you're not doing that all the time, I'm talking
yeah,
like if you want to do it consistently, do it like once a month. Once a month,
yeah.
and that's not going to hurt you.
No,
1 day out of 30 on average, yeah, you're fine to do that. But loads of people choose to live their life how they want to live their life,
yeah.
but it don't really, whatever people want to do with themselves, they crack on because at the end of the day, it's less competition for us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I totally agree with that. And I do look at these people who, like you said, they just want to have fun. And I think, for what reason? Like, realistically, what does it achieve? It does, and this is where people look at me and think, why do you want to do all this? Why do you not just want to have fun? And I look at people and think, why do you not want to just become the absolute greatest, most achieved, most,
Yeah,
just maximize
yeah.
my existence? That, like me, for example, I get up, I go to the gym every single day. I make music. I've released a music video. I think it's gone out 15 minutes ago
But you're right.
to go out. And
Yeah.
this podcast, there's another podcast I want to work on, a completely separate one. You need to come on that one as well, mate.
Yeah.
Just a million different things. I try and work 7 days a week. I just try everything. And every waking second, I'm thinking about how do you just become the best you can be. But other people look at it and think, why are you not just chilling out and having fun? And that's where I
Yeah,
think,
man. Don't let anyone mess with your mindset,
yeah,
man. That's the best way to think. That's how I think every hustler that's gonna be successful thinks. I wake up and I think like, okay, what else can I start? What can I
yeah,
fit into my day? How can I make use of my 24 hours right now?
yeah,
What other things can I do? That's how I'm always operating at such high speeds. So, on average, and this isn't even bullshit. I probably get around 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, not because I'm working directly. Like I'm not editing
Yeah,
it, I'm editing a video or something like that. I can't sleep because my mind's always going in circles.
mate.
I'm always
100%.
thinking.
I'm exactly the same.
I can't
Exactly the
sleep.
same as that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't sleep because I'm thinking about not even particularly about money or anything. I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
something, some kind of equation, something in my head. Even if it's like a new pair of sunglasses that I want to get. Like I'm thinking, oh, I'll get them tomorrow. Should I not? Or should I do? Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like,
I'm like my mind can't settle down. It's always going at a million miles an hour.
yeah,
Always, constantly. Like so many things that like even right now, like as I'm talking, I'm thinking about like, okay, like right, am I gonna go do this after? You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I am. I
everything.
am. I'm about to get to the gym when this finishes.
Yeah.
But and I've always found as well. I don't know if you relate to this as well, Ty, but I can only operate at a really really high level. I can't if things are slow. I struggle to make it work. And if things are at high, I'll give you an example. I work on a bar. If it's dead and there's two or three people in, I can't do it. I can do it, but I
Yeah.
struggle to actually. When it's like just me and there's 500 people wanting a drink and people kicking off,
Yeah,
saying,
you go
I've
bang,
got
bang, 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 bang,
I'm
bang,
just
bang.
like that. And
Yeah, yeah.
I have it with maths. I got told as a kid that I had a problem with maths. I don't know if it's numeric dyslexia or something
I
where
can't do maths either, bro.
I couldn't add up. And my teachers at school said, Will is not good enough as a 14-year-old, 50 or whatever I was at maths and he's got a problem with it. I'm telling you now, when it's on that bar and I've got a second to add up, it just comes to me. And it's like, I don't get how I can operate at
No,
such a
that's the
high
same.
level.
That's the same for me, bro. You ask me in multiplication right now,
Yeah,
I'd say I'm not your man for it. But
yeah,
when I'm sitting in a room and we're talking money and we're discussing how much this adds up, I'm going bang, 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 bang,
yeah,
bang. Here you go.
yeah,
But I can't do it at this slow pace of like
yeah,
people say, what's 49 times two or times? I'm just sitting there thinking, oh, I don't know. Well, okay.
yeah.
That was a dumb thing. That was a dumb little equation. That was easy. But
Oh,
you know what
yeah,
I'm trying to say though, like if I like, when it's all these slow things and it's just it doesn't really mean anything. I
yeah,
can't sit there and work it out because my mind's just elsewhere. But if I'm sitting down, I need to break down something. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, here you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
So much easier to work at a higher level with
yeah,
people. But the moment when you're surrounded by people that are just slow and just like that all the
yeah,
time, it kind of brings you into that mindset as well.
yeah. I think most people can only operate at that kind of slow, lethargic, just methodical, do this, do this, do this. Whereas certain people, again, the script flips and you can only work at that. Certain people, if you go into a normal job and it's a very slow job, they don't expect you to work at a really, really high level, so they never have to do it. Whereas if you kind of in doing or being an entrepreneur or doing something, your own business, and it's got to be fast, that's where that kind of mindset and that way of being just rapid about
Yeah.
everything, 100 mile an hour comes into things. And I think that's why a lot of people, high achievers, struggle to do the kind of basic thing. They struggle to kind of, you get these people who are, after Ryan Garcia is another example, struggles with day to day life, but goes and beats Devin Haney. Just,
Yeah,
just doing it. Didn't
only
have a
certain
plan, didn't
people
really do
can
anything, just
really
went in and
operate at
won.
that level.
Yeah, you
Only a
get
select few.
But another one, Tyson Fury, can
Mhm.
win all these heavyweight fights, but can't cope with certain things. It's just, and I
Yeah,
think
he can't sit at home with his family.
no,
He can't have
no,
dinner with them. He
yeah.
comes back, he's always in the middle. Like you watched that, right? The thing on Netflix with him.
I watched a bit of it. Yeah, I watched a bit of
Yeah,
it.
so the dude can go for like a 10-mile run.
Yeah,
He can't sit at home with his family for five
no,
minutes.
yeah, and
That
that is something I really do relate to. And like when you said
same,
about,
like you see when I see people go on holiday and stuff and they're sitting by the beach and suntanning, I can't do that.
oh no,
Like
I'm
like
not.
like I'm like the type of dude, yeah, of like I need to be at such a high level of craziness. Like
Yeah,
I can go jump on a train to another country
yeah,
drunk, That's my level of craziness.
yeah.
I can't sit down like if I'm sitting here just doing nothing, just on suntanning, bro, I get so bored out my
Oh
mind.
no,
So tedious.
and that's where I found that you kind of stop relating to people and you kind of just walking around like thinking, who do I speak to here? Who are my friends? Because
Yeah.
no one wants to do this crazy. So I want to like. It gets to 1 in the morning. I think, right, let's get the motorbikes out and driving out. And or go
Yeah,
mountain
I'm the
biking
same.
down
I'm like
south.
1 in the morning. Let's go for a run.
Yeah. Just I do that all the time. I'll go to the gym now. It's nearly 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
I might go on a run. I might do that. I'm just permanently, and it can go down the wrong route if you, like you said, permanently going out partying, permanently gambling and stuff like that. But if you put it onto that track of just putting it into work, it really, really can work. And
definitely, man. That's what a lot of people need to start doing. But it's very hard. Like you can't really help people that don't want to be
no,
helped. Like, bro, I've tried to put so many people onto work, getting paid.
yes,
They're talking to me about money problems, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll help you out.
yeah,
I'm not going to give you no handout.
yeah.
That's
But you
definitely.
can,
But you can do this, and you can make some money.
yeah. Well, I've
Come
spoken
back.
to
They
people
come back
about
to me in 2 days. Oh no, man, it's not cut out for me. So
yeah.
why are you telling me that you need money then?
So I've spoken to people about property. I'm like I said, I'm mega into property. I want to get a flat, do it up, sell it, get it, and just move up and just live in the house you're doing up. Even if you're doing something else, why not make money out of your living accommodation? You got to live somewhere. So I've had people ask me about that, and they say, "Oh, how's it work?" I say, right, well, I buy a house, I buy a flat, 70 grand flat, probably end up having to put 10 grand down, pay it off, whatever, then spend 10 grand doing it up, sell it, you made 15 grand by the end of the year. Well, then what? We'll do it again the next year, do it again the next year. By the time you're 25, oh, well, it takes 6 years and I've got to keep moving out. I'm like, that's how you do it. That's how you make the money. But
Yeah.
they'd rather spend, I know people spend 2 grand to go on holiday for a week. And if you want to do that 100%, it's brilliant. But I think, what have you achieved out of it? Oh, well, I had fun and learned a bit. Why? Do you know, like,
Bro, I would rather this is why I've genuinely not been on holiday in about 7 years.
yeah,
Right? Because every time I have an opportunity to go on one, I always end up spending the money on something useful to me
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
So like a while ago, I literally had like 4 or 5K sitting on my hands. I was like, what do I do with it?
yeah,
Do I go get a watch? No, you know what? I'll go get a new camera. So
yeah,
Sony A7 IV, got some
yeah,
nice lens. So if you
yeah.
look at my old videos compared to my new videos, you see that quality upgrade's insane.
Yeah. So
Everything, bro. Bought mics when I had spare money in my hands. Like just like money literally just going in and out, in and out. But it's for the better
yeah,
of,
definitely.
of my own life. It's an investment. I don't like to put down I don't like to put money for liabilities. It's more
Yeah,
assets that I know I
yeah,
can reuse, and basically make money out of what I just bought.
yeah.
A lot of
I,
people don't think like that, and I don't know why they don't.
yeah, I'm totally the same. I'm conscious that we're running out of time actually, because obviously we only get an hour of this. I've got a few more questions. Are you driving at the minute? Have you passed your test?
No, I'm not
Have you
driving.
not? Are you
I'm
into
an
cars?
Uber guy. I'm an Uber guy.
Hey, no, I
Bro,
wondered. Obviously, with making quite a bit of money at a young age, I wondered if what you were driving or whatever. I'm just total motorbikes, cars, whatever stuff like that. So that's just an interest to me. But I asked you a similar question to this before, but what do you want to be known as? What is your goal now? So say 10 years down the line, what is the main goal if you could just sum it up?
to be honest, I want to be. I don't like to say this from an egotistical perspective, but I really think I can help people in life.
Yeah,
Because people, to put it in the most simplest way, people are really stupid. They
yeah,
just are. They're really dumb. Yeah. And if you're a smart individual, you can identify that most people you go by and walk in day life are dumb. So
yeah,
they start telling you things that they already know that they need to do, but they just need someone else to tell them.
yeah,
I want to be that guy that can just help people out. That's why I do these type of videos, is because people already know what they need to do, but they just need to hear it from someone
yeah,
else. Whether it's ways how to make money, someone might come across my channel and find out some ways how they can make money.
yeah,
But I also do the motivational ones too. Like for instance, I'm not gonna go into detail about it because it's not my business, but a guy actually messaged me from if you'll watch this stuff and you're lost in life, and he's telling me that he's suicidal and stuff, and he watched a video and it changed his mind about things.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
when you see messages like that, not just the average, hey man, I love your content, but you see
yeah,
something like you save someone's
yeah,
life, that it kind of like I sat there, I was like, wow, like
yeah.
maybe this could be something much bigger than I originally intended it to be.
Yeah, it can be definitely, and I think a lot of people want to do what we do, the kind of content stuff, but they're scared of the people talking about them, people straying away from the norm, and people have it mocking them for it. But if you can take that step and start doing it, it's brilliant. And yeah, I've really enjoyed your podcast, this podcast. I've really enjoyed your content. That's why I had you on. But we need to do it again in the future because I've really enjoyed it, and I feel there's so much more we can talk about.
100%,
So
man, bro. There's so much things we could have covered. This is
yeah,
only just the tip, bro.
yeah. Well, you're on the right track, 100%, and keep doing what you're doing. I really appreciate your time, mate.
Thanks,
And
man. You
yeah,
too, bro. Pleasure to be
no,
here.
it'll be great. It'll be great to have you on again. We'll do it before New Year, definitely.
Yeah, sweet, man.
Cheers, Sam. Appreciate it.
Sweet, bro.